Welcome back. So in this video, we're going to learn how to look at your 4 different ways of viewing your family tree. That's kind of fun. It's a fun way to just look at your tree, but also for when you're doing your family research, family history research. So I've signed into familysearch.org. If you don't know how to do that, go back and look at video number 3. And then I'm clicking on the little bars on the right, and you'll see family tree. So click on that little icon, and then you want to look at tree. So click on tree, and it will bring up, for me, it brought up immediately my fan chart. So this is a fan chart. I'm going to zoom out a little bit just so you can see. Let's go out 7 generations. It's kind of crazy, but let's do it. And I can go, let's move this out of the way. Oops, sorry. Okay. See that on the left, you can make it bigger or smaller. I'm going to actually zoom out because I want you guys to see this fan chart better. So you're not going to be able to see the names, but look how cool. So that you can see I have a lot of work to do in my chart. That's kind of fun. That's 7 generations out. So I can expand it, or I can bring it in a little closer. I don't want to go out that far. So now I'm at the 4. Okay, so that is the fan chart. Okay. So another view that you can take is called landscape. Landscape will move them to the right. So it'll put you here, and then we're going to zoom out so you can see this better. There's me in the center here, my posterity. Those are my children. I don't have grandchildren yet, waiting for that one eventually someday. And then grandparents, parents, grandparents, great-grand, and it will just keep going on. Now in my landscape view, if I want to keep moving out, I just click on these little arrows, and that will bring those other people up. See that? So that's kind of fun. And you can just keep expanding out that way. Okay, so that is the landscape view. Let's come back in. Let's go back to our, I clicked on, I don't hope you saw what I clicked on. Okay, so the other one is, let's go down now to portrait. I haven't done that one yet. Now this one just changes the way, it just rearranges the way you look at it. And this one's a pretty popular one, is to look at the portrait one. So these are, let me go out a little. That'll help it be a little easier to see. And I can just hold my mouse down and then drag it around if I want. But there's my children, there's me and my husband, there's our parents, and so on, our grandparents. And we can just click on those little arrows and it will bring it up above. That's just one way to kind of look at the chart. Okay. So our next one is, so I'm going to click back on menu, and that's going to bring this back up. So I want to now look at descendancy. Now this is one we will be talking kind of more in depth about, but for now, let's just take a look at it. So I click on descendancy, and this does almost like an index version. It doesn't show the little boxes, it's just more text. And so it shows me, my husband, our children, and that's just us, right? But if I want to go further out, let's go out, just 1 generation is me, 2 generations is my children. So this is going to go down the list. Now I'm not that old, so I've only got 2 generations. If I had grandchildren, I could click on 3 and that would bring up my grandchildren, but it doesn't bring up any grandchildren yet. But if this is helpful for when you're looking at further back in the line, this is super helpful, and we'll get more into that in a future video of why that's important. But for now, that's the 4 different ways to look at your chart, your family tree. And we will learn more about that in a future video. Thank you so much for watching.